Hey guys, this is the unboxing of the Energy Take Classic 5.1 surround sound system. Alright, so here is the final unveiling. They have a glossy finish. I don't know if you can see it through the camera. This is the center channel, front, rear speakers, and the subwoofer right over here. So we're going to do a couple close-ups of these, and then I'm going to show you how to install brackets a little bit later on. So this is what the subwoofer looks like in the back. It has the ends right over here. You can just, there's like spring action here. You have your volume level, your low pass filter, your phase, your power mode on, auto, and off. And then you have your line in here. And that's what it looks like in the back. All right, so this is what the speakers look like, just in case you're wondering. They have the glossy finish here. Then you have your cover here, like the mesh. This actually comes off pretty easy if you just pop it up, or pop it open rather. And this is what it looks like, or look like. See? So this is the center channel actually. And this is what it looks like in the back. Has a 2 keyhole mounts, and for your speaker wire there. Okay. And this is what the front or rear speakers look like here. Again, you can take these off pretty easy. There you go. That's what it looks like in the back. Okay. So next we're going to move on to how to install brackets on these speakers. If you purchased your Energy Take Classic surround sound system through Amazon, you might have seen some recommendations for some of the mounts, but if you purchased the VideoSecu 5 Black Deluxe speaker mount brackets for walls and ceilings like I did, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to install those on your front or rear satellite speakers. So with the brackets, they already come pre-packaged like this, and you have basically all your screws, your washers, the arm, and the actual plate that's going to go on the speaker if you didn't have holes already pre-installed, or keyholes, or a threaded screw hole. I've already taken out a couple, so this is what they look like here. You're going to have your L key, and you're going to have a different array of sizes for screws, but you're not really going to need all these for the Energy Take Classics speaker, because the only one you're going to need is going to be this one here. And these right here, these are the MX 22mm machine screws, the 22 and the 20, I believe. I don't know how to tell the difference between, because they look exactly the same. But those are actually going to go on the keyhole, because that's probably the safest ways to install on this speaker. So if you turn it around, you're going to see that you have your banana plugs here, or if you unscrew this, you can just insert the wire there. Most likely that's what you're going to have to end up doing, because the banana plugs are pretty big. In case you don't have one, they look like this. And if you unscrew this here, this is what it would look like that. So that's pretty big. And if you mount the bracket, you're not going to have a lot of space. So I just suggest that you do the exposed speaker wire and thread it through the hole, and then just go ahead and tighten it back up. All right, so moving forward, so I'm going to go ahead and set this down for a second, and I'm going to have you take a look at the bracket and the mounting arm. So this is what it looks like. It's actually with 3 sections. This is the first one, this is the second one here, and this is the third. It all comes assembled already, so it might confuse you a little bit at the beginning. But once you use the L key, you can actually separate these by just loosening the screws that are already attached right over here. So this is fully assembled, it comes like that, and it gives you also the plate that would go on the speaker, like so, like this. You know, if you didn't have a keyhole already assembled, but the Energy Take Classics already have that, plus a hole already for for threading screws already, so you're not really going to need this part. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and disassemble this arm. So basically you're going to take your L key, and what you want to do is remove this section first. So if you just take the Allen wrench here, apply a little pressure here, and you loosen it up, it comes right off. Just wiggle it, and voila, 2 different pieces here. Okay. Then what you want to do is you're going to go ahead and remove this top one here, like this, because this is the actual plate that's going to go on the speaker. So once you've loosened it up, this actually pops out. Okay. Now, this is the problem that I ran into originally, and if you take a look at the Classics, they already have this keyhole attached. If you place this on the keyhole here, because that's where it's supposed to go, you don't have enough clearance. I don't know if you can see that, but you don't have enough clearance here. So what you're going to have to do, no matter how you position it, it won't get into that section there. You actually have to remove this keyhole. So you would basically need a Phillips screwdriver and remove these 2 screws and take the plate out, so that it's basically, when you attach it, sits flush on there. Now we're going to go ahead and do that so that you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you're going to take your Phillips screwdriver, and we're going to go ahead and remove the keyhole plate that's already attached. So basically just come in here, very gently, you know, loosen up one and then the other, like so. All right, let's take that out here, and this one too. And carefully loosen it up so that you don't like damage the finish, because it's glossy. So once you have those taken out, here you go. You'll see that there's 2 holes there that are just going to be exposed. You can put in these screws after without mounting this, just to cover them up, you know, if it really bothers you. But if it doesn't matter, because you won't be able to see the back anyways. So now you're going to take the mounting post right over here that we talked about a little earlier. And what you're going to do is you have to fit it in the hole like this. You know, now you have the necessary clearance. That's what it's going to look like that, about there. Okay. And you're going to take your 20mm machine screw here, and basically just, you know, pop it through the hole like this, so that the other end is exposed like that, and fit it through into the hole. Take your screwdriver and tighten it up. So it doesn't really matter, and that's what it will look like. Okay, once you do this, then you can move on to the next part, which is the tip of the arm. If you tighten this part really tight to this bracket here or this post, it'll actually unscrew this. So you just want to be careful with how much pressure you apply. So you take your L key, and depending on how you want to mount or how you're going to mount your speakers, whether it's going to be in the ceiling or against the wall, you want to position it so that this end is facing the right way, because you can actually bend these, see? So if you're gonna mount them on the wall and the back, for example, on your rear, you wanna go like this. Let's say this is the wall here. That way you can position it, you know, left or right. If you're gonna do it on the ceiling, then you would wanna mount it facing up, because it would go up like this, so that you had the ability to either keep them at a certain angle, you know, whether it was like this, put them down, or whatever the case is. So you just got to be careful how you do it. In my case, I'm mounting them through the wall, so I'm just going to mount them like this. Okay, so once I have or determine the angle, I'm going to go ahead and insert the hole here, or insert it actually, rather. I'm going to put it here. Get that in there. It's a little tight. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, okay, there we go. Let me loosen this up a little. So, see how it's like this, right? But if you turn it, you know, because it's really tight, see how it comes loose? So you just want to be careful how much pressure you add. Okay, so let's go ahead and tighten the screw here using the Allen key. And so to make sure this is okay here. So there we go. I went ahead and tighten it. You know, you don't want to use like a drill bit for this, because that will not work for you. You'll damage the screws and the bracket. Okay, so that's tight enough. Now my swivel arm here is good. Whenever you're ready to actually install these, then I would suggest, you know, you tighten up the swivel arm here, because remember, you have to mount these to your wall first. That way you just connect it like this, bam. Okay, so once you're actually ready to put these or mount these, I would suggest you install the holding arm, you know, to your stud on the wall first. This is what the final product's gonna look like. You go ahead and insert it right there. See? Let's say this is the back of the wall here, and you're moving the speaker whichever way, you know, positioning or angling to your liking. So once you have determined that, then you can go ahead and tighten this up, you know, like that, whichever way is easiest for you. Okay. There we go. So there it is. It's attached to the wall, let's say now. Now you can position it, you know, as much as you like. And basically see what I was talking about, like the banana plugs. I mean, you could pull it off, you know, if you're into the banana plug and you don't want the exposed wire, but you know, it's a matter of taste. That's how much it's gonna look like if you do it, or that's what it's gonna look like rather. Okay, so now let's say you attached this to the wall already. Now you can go ahead and attach this part to this part here and just tighten it to your liking. Let's say you're gonna leave it at this angle. and you can go ahead and tighten it like that. All right. You know, unlike me here, I put it facing down. Sorry about that, guys. And now, there you go. Because technically, you know, you're not going to be facing down like I am. You're going to be up here. So, there you go. That's what it looks like. And it's pretty sturdy, actually. You know, so if you lift it up by your hand, you know, they don't weigh much. But that's what it would look like. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope that this was helpful to you. I know that when I made my decision to purchase, you know, the Energy Take Classics and the brackets or the wall mounts, there weren't any videos on how to, so I had to just learn it myself. So I figured, you know, if you're like me and you want to look at reviews before you buy all this stuff, that I'd make something for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and come back with another video when I have like the actual full system installed, because my house is a little bit trickier because of the angles, but you know, maybe it'll help you guys. Thanks for watching.